Well, my apologies for the video before, but I had a plug-in for my microphone, and yeah, it doesn't work. It's the second time I've tried it. I wasn't planning on filming the round pin work with him. This is Attila, but we'll take him up to the lope. But it's kind of a interesting thing to me is he's starting to come where I can step into that hip, and he's starting to look to me. But when he comes and faces, he hasn't been able to stay. That's the best he's stayed. So he just wanted to be in the camera, I guess. But when he would face up, every time he would face up, he'd take off again. So I thought I'd try to show that and just show him working at it. But hey, you also love it when they're good. Now I'm noticing, there we go. I wanted that hind foot to step in front of the other hind foot, the inside hind to step in front of the outside hind. See, that's behind. That's behind. It's okay, it's a try. And now I'm running out of room. There, we got it in front. And then I stay the same distance because I'd like him to track up to me. There we go. And just like that horse earlier this morning, if we had to, we could get a halter rope and help him lead forward. But my goal is to have him hook on and come to me. Excuse me, try not to sneeze, but if I always get them just kind of facing up to me and don't work at them coming to me, well, then I might be in a hundreds of acres pasture someday, and then I got to walk clear across the pasture. Or if I get in the habit of getting them kind of hooked on when their mind's on me, and then coming to me, well, pretty soon they'll meet me kind of halfway or at the gate there. As long as he's coming forward, I try to draw. I open that circle up. But if he gets stuck, we'll go the other way. When I get behind this shoulder, I'll drive. And I'd like to drive him to me. There he reached to me with all four. We'll see if we can get him a little more forward there. Now he's a little stuck in the right front. So we're just going to work our way around here just a little bit. See if we can get all four. We need that right front to come forward. But if he chooses to leave, we'll drive him. There, got that right front to reach to me. Good. And I want to go both directions. So we'll see if we can drive him a little more forward, but he might leave because we put more pressure on. In time, we'd like him to trust me with that pressure. We'll put a little pressure on. And there he's thinking of leaving. So we'll help him to go. And we'll drive him. Now we want him up to the lope. I'd like to lift him to the lope. But if not, I'll drive him. We'll try again. I'll lift him to the lope. And then I'll drive. I'm trying to be, oh no, get out. Unacceptable. Want to go the other way still. Tila. Nice front quarters. Bravo. There, good. I got ready with the flag, but I didn't have to kind of use the flag. And I like a flag because it kind of makes some noise. Now, again, this side he's not as good at bending to me. But we're going to try to stay behind the shoulder and let him work at it. The ears kind of barely cocked to me. It's thinking of me. There's a try as he comes off the fence. We'll let him work at it just a little. And then if he doesn't make it here, might tell me I'm second place to horse manure. We'll send him again. It's okay. If he wants to be somewhere else, we'll help him to go. And if you remember before, as we swing this, he would just kind of keep running around like autopilot. Now, not so much. We'll try to bend. Ooh, there's pretty close. Pretty close. See, you can't quite stay. We'll pause and give him just a minute there. He's working his mouth. Relax through the jaw, but he's still a little apprehensive there, thinking of leaving to his right. There, he chose his left, and we got all 4 feet forward. So he doesn't have to come all the way today, but at least we're getting these feet broke forward. Now, sometimes we'll just see. You can just reward him and pet him. Spend a minute or two cuddling. We'll see if he'll leave with us. If he doesn't, he's a little stuck. Good. He did get forward, but he didn't, what I would call coming with me. He didn't really come with me. Spend a minute or two petting, and we'll try to get him forward. Now, if he escapes, then we'll have to get a halter, but I'll just see if I can get him to tolerate. Yeah, see, he just resists. So I'm not going to go from just there. I'm going to get a little rope and help me. And maybe he leaves, because I know in the past he's been worried as we flip some ropes around him and swing some things around him, and then I just go again. It's okay. We'll flip that up. See, he gets a little apprehensive. And we'll see if we can help him get forward here. Now, it's no more than the weight of that. Never really had to make contact, but he believes in that. See? Good. And then we try to take away our crutch. And he gets stuck. And so, since he gets kind of stuck there, maybe we get him to where we can check some things out. And you want to expose him to these things. And we're not trying to scare him, but he may get scared while we're getting him used to some things. I don't know. We haven't done this before with him, but it's a valuable thing to do, and rather than me kind of coming to him, we'll see if we can get him coming to me. And now, since I haven't swung this, we've used the flag some, but this might scare him some, this swinging this rope. Good, that's a nice reaction, so I'm not going to be in a hurry to rope him. I'd like to get him just okay about me swinging this. If he wants to come in, I'll kind of quit swinging, see if invite him in. If he wants to speed up, I'll speed up my swings. When he slows down, we'll take some pressure off. We'd like him to kind of hook on there, so I'm going to speed him up a little. We'll get to swinging this. And he says, whatever you did there, grabbing your coils, kind of worried me a little. And I'd like to rope him kind of relax, kind of half-headed him. But he can just wear that a little bit. We'll see if we can bend him just a little. Can't do too much or we'd pull it off of him. There, it's kind of by his eye, but we're not going to pull hard there. Good, and he can come up there. And when we get him up to you, we'll just pet him. Now, again, doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's on how you go about it and how you expose them to it, see? It never even came tight. And some of you would say, well, I can't rope. And then you could probably be better ropers than all of us, because I'm always trying to get better, but maybe you could do that, and there you catch a lot more percentages. And they say if you catch more, you're a better roper. So try to set it up. See, he left. So now we're going to help him come back rather than leaving. Good. Again, where he looks to me for some support. And we'll take it off. We'll see if he kind of wants to follow there. And if he doesn't, I'd like to rope the other way and get some practice in. But, again, if you didn't want to rope, you could just come here, get my little backhand shot in, and then leave and see if he comes with me. Good, he may leave, but now we've got a little crutch, a chicken strap, if you will, to help him stay. I'd like to not rely on it, and then we'll take it off. He's trying to come forward, but he's not sure. Like some people out there and says ropes are scary, but the nice thing about a rope is it coils up so it stays nice and even, not like a lunge line or something that gets all wadded up. It can stay a little more organized. Now, he may leave and we may miss, but we'll just see if he can tolerate standing there looking at me while I swing it. And he can't, so we'll send him around. And we'll see if I get ready to rope. See, that troubled him a little bit. I don't have to rope him while he's going. I just get to do some shoulder exercise. And it's like the flag. He's just got to get used to it here. Get used to seeing me swing it. Jazz. And all this stuff, it may be a banner blowing in the wind. It's not. There, when he slows, I'll give my arm a little break. We'll give him a little bit. There, his ear's on me, so we'll try to back up and swing. Good. And when he faces on, there, he got a little more forward. We'll quit swinging. There, he chose to leave. He's going to the right, so we might have to go back to the right. But it's nice and forward. He's trying to want to hang in there. Good. And we'll swing the other way this time. And if he wants to go, we can keep swinging. If he wants to escape, he thinks he's like escaping and running off. But then I don't want to put so much pressure that they're like trying to jump the fence. Don't want too big a boo. Alright, when he slows down, I'll pause. When he speeds up, jazz, down, jazz, down, pause, he slows, he speeds up, jazz, down, listen, thank you, good girl. Alright, slows down, slowing down kind of in the same place, speeding up kind of in the same place where I have the pressure. So I'm going to change where I face. I'm late, should be ready a little more there. Starts to sink in there a little, we'll give him a chance, good, and we'll take the pressure away. But yet he can't stay, so we go the other way. He's thinking about coming in. And sometimes, like for you guys at home in YouTube there, I just like to demonstrate, sometimes over and over again, me missing, so that you guys don't feel bad. Good. And then when he chooses to come in, we'll take the pressure off. Good. And that's a nice place. See, now, whoop, couldn't quite handle it there. He's going to try again. Whoop. Change directions again. Good. And he can, if he can chase the danger, that's great. But if he has to go, that's great too. Get some exercise with that saddle. We can rope that saddle a little bit. He can get used to that flipping around on there. Ah, good. As he wants to come in, I'll try to hurry away a little more. Try to increase the distance in the draw. If he turns, then it'll kind of come up around his rump there. Good, now I can help him to stay here a little bit when he wants to change eyes and leave. Good. Now I have some help. Ches. Trauma in the dog world. Attaboy. Good. Alright, licked his lips at least. He's wanting to trust. We'll come up, and then just like my rope here, we'll rope him. And you can get all kinds of wrapped up in that rope. Now I get to see it kind of drag in there. That might trouble some horses. He looked at it a little funny. Good. And we'll rope him this way. Get him more tangled up in that rope. And I have about a 50-foot round pin and about 60-foot of rope, so if I'm like in the middle here and he can get used to some of this flipping around him. Again, we're going to ride. We have rode, but our hands get to flipping around. We don't want him afraid of that there. We just want him to tolerate it, see, and get to where, there, we caught him several times. And pet the heck out of him. Rub little sores on him. Now, these aren't sores where I petted, unfortunately. These are some where he was fighting across the fence before he got here, and then some where he was fighting with Spirit after he got here. But now we moved him. They seem to be, the two new ones seem to be getting along a little better. Good. We'll take it all off. Just kind of hung up on my rope there. Try not to step in that and get wrapped just in case he took off there. If I could, I'd save that from flopping down there, or if he got scared, he'd jump out on me. And we'd take that off. We'll step away and see what he wants to do. Now we've lost our crutch, our cheat cord. So it may all fall apart again. But I'd like him to build that confidence to where he could stay there with it. And then when he doesn't have it, he can kind of follow there. With it, gives him some security. He has a little bit of security there when I have a connection with him, a little more. doesn't quite trust the connection of my little imaginary spider web. But one day he would. And it's not a rush. Do a backhand there from his other side. Good. And I do lots of kind of approaching. Oh, that was a nice reach there, looking for some security. We'll ask him to kind of put his head down there and relax a little bit. Whoop, not back up. Head down. Good. And I don't want him afraid to rope. I want to try to present it to him in a way that they can tolerate it. He's like, hey, can you get that thing off me now? Pet him. And as I step away here, see if we can get him to kind of step into it. But if he can't, we'll help him there. And there he lowered his head and reached for it. That was nice. Good. And again, he doesn't have to get good. You don't have to have it exceptional before you get on him. We've already rode him. We'll swing it just a little, but walk away. Swing it a little and walk away. But if he chooses to leave, we can rope again. We haven't had cows the last couple of years as my shoulder was rebuilding. So it's nice to have some things to practice on, or to practice showing you guys me missing. Maybe we rope the saddle again. That kind of troubled him a little more. Would have been nice to have caught there. Get him to where he can tolerate wearing that around the saddle or his rump. That drives him a little more forward. And we rope that saddle. Let him pack that a little bit. There, if it comes behind, that might trouble him a little bit. That's what we were kind of trying to do the first time. Now, my rope's on a little loose, so I can't pull too much there. He can just get used to wearing it, but he's not in the proper lead, so I wouldn't mind if he slowed down there a little bit. And he'll find, there, that if he just slows down and looks at me, I'll be there to help him. There, he's kind of got his ear on me.